Ever feel like you are struggling to find that work-life balance? Join the club. It's really difficult in real estate to find a work-life balance, and I personally do not believe it's possible to have it balanced all the time. You're either going to be doing one of more than the other, and I think that accepting that is a big piece of the puzzle. But in today's video, we are also going to talk about how effective time management and implementing the right tools and strategies into your business can help you find more of a healthy work-life balance. If that's something you're interested in, be sure to stick around because we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about building your real estate business without ever making a cold call, be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap that bell for notifications so that you'll never miss a video. So as I mentioned, in today's video, we are diving into the crucial topic of finding the work-life balance. And when you are a real estate agent, that is really difficult. You could quite literally work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week when you are a real estate agent, and it's very difficult to keep that work-life balance going. So today we're going to be covering topics and strategies and systems, tools, everything that you can implement into your real estate business to help you get that balance going. First up, let's talk about time management techniques and strategies. And the number one area that you should start in is prioritizing. Everything cannot be important. It's just impossible. And although as a real estate agent, it can feel like quite everything is important, it's not. And that's where priorities come in. So you need to take a look at the daily, weekly, even monthly demands you're under and determine what is top priority. I do this on a weekly basis, so I will map out my week, and there are must-do activities Monday through Friday that are top priority. And then I always leave a gap knowing that in real estate, something is going to pop up. So leave yourself some cushion there. If nothing does pop up, hey, great. You've got a little free time to recharge, brainstorm, or take care of one of your other important tasks. The whole point of prioritizing your schedule is just to determine what is important and maybe what needs to get done but isn't all that important. Next up is time blocking. And time blocking tends to be a term that we think of when it comes to business, but time blocking is really to help you determine where you're going to spend your time and what you're going to be doing. And that could be that you time block 3 hours to take yourself to lunch or go get a haircut. Time blocking is strictly to keep you on task. You know that from 10 a.m. to 12 every day, you're going to be doing whatever it is you need to be doing. And it doesn't have to be strict that you do it, from the time you get up to the time you go to bed. It can. But when you're first starting out, what I find and have really added to over the years is simply time blocking for what activities you need to get done. It could be prospecting, it could be nurturing your sphere, it could be your admin tasks, your marketing, the list goes on and on. But time blocking those important tasks that you prioritize so that you know that the things that are going to move your business along or give you some rest and relaxation are all blocked out. Schedule that time. Schedule time to go to dinner. Schedule time to go to lunch. All of this has to work together to find some type of balance. And while it will never be perfect, these will all help you get more balance in both your work and your home life. Next is outsourcing and delegating tasks. There's only 24 hours in a day, and we can't work every single day, all day long. It will cause burnout, and you will be miserable doing what you're doing. So when your budget permits, make sure that you are taking a look at what you can delegate and outsource. And there's a couple of ways to approach this. It can be from a time standpoint that outsourcing X will save you a huge amount of time. It can be based on what your hourly rate is, and anything that costs less, you outsource. Or it can be based simply on what you really don't like doing that you want to go ahead and outsource. I think there are certain things that should not be outsourced. That's a topic for another video. But when your budget permits, make sure that you are taking a look at your business and determining what you can get off your plate. The last technique is efficient communication. And this comes with your clients, vendors, anyone that works for or with you, and even your family members. Having effective communication set up, whether it's in the form of templates for your clients or setting expectations for what hours you're going to be available or even what days you're available, all of that is very important when it comes to setting up some type of balance in your business. Because if you don't, you are going to find yourself pulled in 10 different directions and there's only one of you to go around. So make sure that you are effectively communicating both in your business and in your personal life. Now that we've talked about some strategies for time management, let's dive into what tools are available and resources for time management. First up is digital calendars and scheduling tools. These are game changers. These not only keep you on track, but they give you a very clear view of what your demands are, whether it's for that immediate day or in the coming weeks or months. It's so easy to keep your schedule on track by having these tools. And when you implement a scheduling tool into your business, it will immediately save you time, because then you're not going back and forth with your clients, for example, to say, hey, does 10 a.m. tomorrow work for you? No, that doesn't work for me. Oh, does 1 p.m. work for you? It's just costing you time communicating, going back and forth, when you can send them that Calendly link and then have them schedule a time that's open on your schedule. Another tool is productivity apps, and these can be helpful in either tracking your time, or they can also be helpful in just keeping you on track for what you're supposed to be doing at that specific time. You can set up reminders to stop working at a certain point or to start working at a certain point. Set a reminder for when you need to head to your kid's sporting event. All of these things help keep you on task so that you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing when you're supposed to be doing it. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, effective time management is not just for work, and I think that's a big misconception out there. Effective time management is taking control of your schedule, and that's both for work and your home life. And next, we're going to get into some tips for creating that balance that includes your home life as well. We can't just work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because if we allow it, real estate will absolutely take over your life, and that's not where you want to land. You've got to find some type of balance. Reminder, I do not think that there is a work-life balance in terms of, 50-50. You're going to be more focused on work at certain times in your life, and you're going to be more focused on your family or your home life at certain times in life. I think that's a very natural thing to do, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Work-life balance. It is very difficult to achieve a complete balance in your work and your life. It's just very difficult. I personally do not think it's possible. But if you set boundaries, that is a crucial thing to do in order to keep control of your time and your schedule. And those boundaries need to be communicated both to your family or whomever you live with, assuming that you live with someone. And it also needs to be communicated to your clients. Set those expectations up front that, hey, I don't respond to any communication before 9 a.m. or after 6 p.m. or whatever it is. You have the right and the ability to set those boundaries within your business. That's one of the perks of being a business owner. But you have to stick to those boundaries. The second that you don't, your clients are not going to take it seriously. So make sure you put some thought into them. Setting those boundaries is also crucial for your life balance. You have to have a life outside of real estate and really outside of any career, whatever you're doing. It's important to set that time aside for your personal life, for your self-care, for exercise, whatever it is that's important to you. Make sure that you are setting time aside in your schedule. You don't have to tell your clients what you're doing. You can simply say, I'm not available at that time, or I'm already booked at that time. That is a complete sentence. You don't need to give a reason with it. And if you feel like you do, then you can simply have a standard response of, sorry, I have another appointment at that time. What about X, Y, or Z? That will really help you find that work-life balance. But again, be sure you stick to those boundaries that you set. By implementing these time management techniques, implementing the tools that we talked about, and most importantly, setting boundaries, you will be able to find a work-life balance that works for you, and ultimately, that's truly what matters most. I hope you got some value from today's video. If you did and you'd be willing to leave me a like or drop me a comment, that always helps me out and I really do appreciate it. Until I see you on the next one, take care.